In the crucible of conquest and ambition, Rome transformed from a humble city-state into a sprawling empire that dominated the Mediterranean. By 27 BCE, under the guiding hand of its first emperor, Augustus, Rome stood as a colossus, its territory stretching from the windswept coasts of Gaul to the sun-scorched sands of Egypt. Yet, this vast dominion was far from secure, plagued by rebellious tribes and fractious client states. Augustus, a master of both war and politics, vowed to bring stability to his realm. Through the campaigns of his trusted generals, he would cement Rome's dominance, forging an empire that would endure for centuries. This is the story of how Augustus and his commanders shaped the early Roman Empire through relentless military campaigns, as chronicled by AI American generals. In the years following Rome's civil wars, Augustus' generals were tasked with securing the empire's volatile frontiers. Among them was Marcus Licinius Crassus, son of the general defeated at Carrhae. In 30 BCE, Crassus commanded Roman forces in Macedonia, south of the Danubian border inhabited by the Messalla. These tribes faced incursions from the migrating Bastarnae, possibly an early Germanic people. Initially, Rome remained aloof, but when the Bastarnae crossed into the territory of the Thracian Denthalidae, whose king Cetas requested aid, Crassus intervened. Crassus' approach scattered the Bastarnae, who retreated to the Moesian stronghold of Getae. Misjudging Crassus' vanguard as his entire force, the Messalla launched a sortie, only to be crushed by Roman reinforcements. Pursuing the Bastarnae to the Tsabritsa River, Crassus extracted intelligence from their envoys and launched a night ambush, personally slaying their king, Deldo, in a duel. The leaderless Bastarnae scattered, and Crassus turned his attention to the Messalla. The winter forced him to seek refuge among the Thraci. Mistaking his intentions, the Thraci attacked, compelling Crassus to endure a hostile winter in their lands. The following year, the Bastarnae resumed raids against the Denthalidae, prompting Crassus to march north. He defeated the Bastarnae decisively before turning south to subdue the Thraci tribes Sirti, Bessi, and Medi, while sparing the loyal Odrysi, who were awarded the Bessi's lands. Meanwhile, Roles, king of the Roman-aligned Getae, sought Crassus' aid against the usurper Dapix. Crassus advanced to the Danube, defeated Dapix's forces, and captured his fortress, slaying the usurper. He then targeted Xyrax's fortress of Genucla, capturing it swiftly after Xyrax's fled. In 2 years, Crassus had subjugated Moesia, expanding Roman territory significantly. However, his success stirred Augustus' unease. Crassus' demand to dedicate Deldo's armor in the temple of Jupiter Feretrius and his troops' proclamation of him as imperator threatened Augustus' authority. Though granted a triumph, Crassus' career was curtailed, and he faded from public life. By 27 BCE, Augustus' first settlement with the Senate promised stability through his retention of proconsular imperium to pacify new conquests. Despite the symbolic closing of the Temple of Ianus doors, peace remained fragile. Revolts in Egypt and a war with Nubia's Meroites preceded Augustus' elevation, while 27 BCE saw the Aquitani tribes revolt between the Garonne and Loire rivers. Marcus Valerius Messalla Corvinus quelled this insurrection, earning a triumph in September. In 26 BCE, Augustus turned to Hispania, where the Cantabrian Astures resisted Roman rule through banditry and dominance over neighboring tribes. Leading an army of 8 legions, for cavalry aeli, and 2 auxiliary cohorts, Augustus appointed Gaius Antistius Vetus and Pompeius Carisius as legates, while his stepson Tiberius and nephew Marcellus served as tribunes. A moralizing tale by Cassius Dio recounts the bandit Coracata, who surrendered to Augustus and was rewarded, symbolizing the resistance of indigenous leaders. Augustus' campaign in Hispania targeted the Cantabri and Astures. His legates besieged Attica and Velica, forcing the Cantabri into the mountains, where they harassed Roman forces from the fortress of Vindius. Unable to assault it directly, Augustus summoned Aquitanian specialists, who landed on the north coast and captured Aracilium. Southern forces used ballistae to topple hilltop fortresses like Monte Bernorio. In 25 BCE, Augustus fell ill, possibly with typhus, and was evacuated to Tarraco, leaving Vetus and Carisius to besiege the Astures fortress of Lancia. The Astures, outnumbering the Romans, attacked Carisius' camps but were betrayed by the Brigasini tribe. Reinforced, Carisius defeated them in open battle and captured Lancia after a difficult siege. The campaign culminated at Mons Medulius, where an 18-mile circumvallation starved the city into submission. Carisius erected a trophium, and Augustus was awarded a triumph, with the temple of Iannis doors closed again. Carisius founded Augusta Emerita, modern Merida, with discharged veterans. In 24 BC, Augustus ordered Gaius Aelius Gallus to conquer Arabia Felix, assembling 10,000 troops, including Nabateans and Jewish auxiliaries. Guided by the duplicitous Silius, the expedition faced disease and delays, reaching Negrana after an 80-day march. The Romans defeated King Sabo's army but failed to capture Marciaba, retreating after Silius' betrayal was exposed. Gallus' career ended, and Silius was executed for treason. In Egypt, Nubian king Taratika's army sacked Syene, prompting Gaius Petronius to respond in 22 BCE. After failed negotiations with Queen Ammonirina's Candake, Petronius defeated the Nubians, captured Premnus, and razed Napata, enslaving its population but withdrawing to Kazaribran to avoid overextension. He imposed a tribute and gifted 1,000 slaves to Augustus. Elsewhere, Lucius Cornelius Balbus' campaign against the Garamantes in Libya succeeded, earning him a triumph in 19 BCE. Historical note: Augustus sent a slave girl to Parthia, who later became queen regent and the first woman ruler in Iranian history, a testament to the complex interplay of Roman diplomacy and influence. From 24 to 21 BCE, the empire saw relative calm, with minor campaigns like Balbus in Libya and peaceful expansions in Numidia, Galatia, and Parthia, where Augustus resolved an Armenian succession dispute, recovering insignia lost at Carrhae. However, the Rhine frontier grew volatile as Germanic tribes organized. The stage was set for General Drusus and the Germanic Wars, leading to Rome's infamous defeat at Teutoburg Forest. Augustus' early reign was a crucible of conquest and consolidation, where the ambitions of Rome's first emperor were realized through the valor of his generals. From the Danube to Hispania, from Arabia to Nubia, these campaigns forged an empire that stretched across continents, securing Rome's dominance for generations. Yet, the cost was steep: lives lost, careers curtailed, and borders ever threatened by rebellion. Augustus' genius lay not only in conquest but in his ability to transform a fractious republic into a unified empire, laying the foundation for Pax Romana. The story of these campaigns, as told by AI American generals, is a testament to the enduring power of strategy, leadership, and the relentless pursuit of stability in a world of chaos.